Hey dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are well and keeping yourself safe at your places. Today I'm here with a new grammar topic, and today my topic is simple present tense. We all know that there are three kind of time. One is past, second is present, and third one is future. Past is the time that has already gone, that has passed. Okay, like yesterday it has gone and it has already passed, so it is the past. Second is present. Present is today, that is now taking place, so that today's time is the present time. So next is future. Future is the time that will come. Tomorrow will come, so it is the future. So we will learn about first tense, that is simple present tense. Simple present tense is used when we want to talk about something that happens most of the time, or every day, or regularly. We will learn more about them, about their usage. Let's start. When we talk about something that happens regularly or as a habit, so that something that happens regularly, we use simple present tense. For example, I say I brush my teeth every day. It is the thing that I do every day. She goes to temple every day. So whenever we say that she is in the habit of going to temple, for that also we'll be using simple present tense. Or we can say we go for a picnic on every Sunday. So we know that every Sunday, whenever the Sunday will be coming, we'll be going for a picnic. For that also we'll be using simple present tense. Next is or as a habit, or for the things that are habits. For example, suppose you want to tell about any habit of anybody, means he is his action of habit. So his habits action, suppose anybody is having the habit of chewing a gum, so we will say that he chews a bubble gum whenever he is tensed. So whenever he is having some problem, it's his habit to chew a bubble gum. So first we learn about for the things that happen regularly or as a habit. For that we use simple present tense. Second is to express general all universal truths. For the things that are universal truths, there are some of the examples, like the earth spins on its axis. It's the universal, everybody agrees to this fact, and nobody can deny to it that the earth does not spin on its axis. It is proven also. So for that we'll be using simple present tense. Third is to express an emotion which is true at present. So anything that is true at present, suppose I'm very happy, I'm happy. So for that, it is the emotion that I am happy. So for that also we'll be using simple present tense. Next is to express future actions planned in advance. So the things that are planned in advance, suppose what is the thing some we plan in advance. Sometimes we plan that we'll go to uh, any hill station during summer vacation. So it is pre-planned. So I'll give you one more example. We hire a book in advance whenever we go for an outing. So uh, it is telling that whenever we go for any outing or we go somewhere, we already hire a book a car, or we hire any bus or any vehicle. So these four things are that where we you can use simple present tense. Let's learn more about it. Next, now we will learn how to frame sentences using simple present tense. In simple present tense, how we you frame the sentences. First is affirmative sentences. Affirmative, we call it positive sentence also. So for that we'll be using first we will be using subject. Subject is the thing, that is the person or the thing that is doing the action, so that is the subject. Then we will be using verbs first form. So verbs first form means very first form of the verb will be used. Then we will use s or es, depends on the subject and on the verb whether we'll be using s or es or nothing. And last we will be using object and full stop. Object is where the action took place, at what time the action took place, and who participated in that. So for that, and who had the effect of the action, and that one is the object. So there are examples. uh, the first one is the sun rises in the east. So very first is the sun. So what is the subject over here? The sun. Who rises? The sun. So the sun is the subject. And then we are having rises. Rise is the verb's first form, and we have used s with the add with rise. So it is rises in the east. So it is in the east is the object. So it is the very first sentence, the sun rises in the east. So next we are having the boys pluck flowers. So who is the subject in here? The boys is the subject. And then we are having verb, that is pluck. And lastly we are having object, flowers. Okay. And third we are having I go to the market. Now we will learn where we use verb s or es with the verb, or where we don't use. So s or es with is used with the verb's first form when the subject is singular. So whenever the subject is singular, we'll be using s or es. Like here the sun is singular. Let's talk about what are the singulars. The sun is the singular, so we have used s with the sun. With the verbs first form we have used s. Okay. And in the second one it is boys. Boys are the plural, so we have not used verbs first form. Okay. So we have used over here verbs first form only. And lastly we are having I go to the market. So we use verbs first form plus s or es with the singular. For example, he, she, it. So wherever he, we are having subject, we are having subjects like he, she, or it, or singular, we'll be using verbs first form plus s or es. And wherever we'll be having plural or I, we, you, they, will be using verbs first form only. I hope this is clear. Let's move to the next slide. Next is negative sentences. Negative sentence means where we are having not in that. Okay. So for that we are having the rule. First is subject. Again we'll be using first subject, and then do or does, and then verbs first form, and then object and full stop. Here one thing is to be remember, that we have not used s or es with the verbs first form, because we have already used do or does. So wherever we have already used do or does, we will not use verbs first form. We will not use s or es with the verbs first form. Now examples are there. The sun does not rise in the east. So here we have used does with the sun. The boys do not pluck flowers. We have used do not. Okay. And I do not go to the market. I do not go to the market. Here also we have used only do not. So where we can use does, or where we can use do, now we will learn that. Does is used with the verbs first form when our subject is singular. Whenever we are having he or she or it or singular, we'll be using does. And whenever we are having I, we, you, they, and plurals, we'll be using do only. It is just to remember. See, in the affirmative sentences with these subjects only, with he, she, it, and singular only, we had used s or es with the verbs first form. And in negative we are using does. So the you will have to just learn these groups of subjects, that he, she, it singular, and I, we, you, they plurals, will be using s or es. With wherever we will be using verbs first form plus s or es, will be in the negative sentences will be using does. And wherever we used only verbs first form will be using do in the negative or interrogative sentences. Okay, let's move to the next work, interrogative sentences. Now we are having interrogative sentences. We all know that whenever we are talking about a question, we always use the helping verb in front of the subject. So helping verb is used before the subject, use of subject. So here also we had used do or does as the helping verb, so we have brought it forward. So first of all we are having do or does. First of all we'll be using do or does, then we'll be using subject and verbs first form, object and question mark. This is very important thing. The question, the interrogative sentence is always incomplete without the question mark. So let's frame the sentences using interrogative rule. First of all we'll be using does. Again, in the previous slide also we had learned that with singulars or he she it will be using does, and with plurals will be using do. And here also for the interrogative also same rule applies. Okay, so sun is singular, so we have used does the sun rise in the east. So first of all from do or does we have used does. Now subject is the sun, verb is rise, object is in the east, and in the last is question mark. Next is do the boys pluck flowers, and lastly do I go to the market. So I hope this is quite easy, there should be no confusion. Okay, now let's move to the last type of sentence. Last is interrogative negative sentence. So here we'll be having question also, and we'll be having not also in the sentence. The rule for that is do or does, then we are having subject, then not, then verbs first form, then object, and lastly question mark. So the does the sun not rise in the east, do the boys not pluck flowers, do I not go to the market. So again does is used with verbs first form when our subject is singular, he she or it. Do is used when our subject is in plurals. For example, we, you, they, I. Okay, so if you still have any queries please do tell me. Now let's move to the next slide. Now we will practice it. Convert the following as per directed. I wash the clothes. Interrogative sentences. We'll have to convert into interrogative sentences. For that, we all know I is the will be using as I had told you with he, we, I, we, you, they, and plurals will be using do. So the answer will be do I wash the clothes, question mark at the last. Next is does the lion not eat the animals. First of all recognize the sentence. It is having a question mark at the last, and not is also there, so it is interrogative negative sentence. So we'll have to convert into affirmative sentence. So for that we'll have to see over here the lion is singular. So for the singulars we'll be using s or es with the verb. So the sentence will be the lion eats the animals. Is it clear? Okay, next is the his aunt does not sleep anytime. So first of all recognize what kind of sentence it is. It is having not in between, and at the last there is a full stop. So it is having not also, it is having not and full stop at the last. That means it is negative sentence. So how we will convert into, will be using my aunt is singular. Here we have used does. So we know that does is used with the singulars only. That means while making it affirmative we'll be using s or es with the verbs first form. So his aunt sleeps daytime. Okay, so we have made it affirmative. Next is to Soha and her friends go for a picnic. Now we'll have to convert into negative sentence. So we it is do is used and question mark is there, so that means it is a interrogative, it is an interrogative sentence. How we will convert, will be saying Soha and her friends. Now they are plurals. Okay, and we use do with only with the plurals only. So we'll be saying Soha and her friends go for a picnic. It was quite easy because Soha and friends are plurals, so verb will be used as it is. Okay, next is they worship Lord Krishna. We'll have to convert into interrogative sentence. So first of all, it is affirmative sentences, no question mark, no not in between. That means it is an affirmative sentence. For interrogative, we will bring the helping verb before the subject. So now they, I, we know that I, we, you, they and plurals, they are one group, and with this group we use do. Okay, so with how we will frame the sentence: do they worship Lord Krishna? At the end there will be a question mark. Next is Uncle Marshall help the needy. Now we will convert into negative sentence. It is again affirmative sentences because we are not having question mark at the end, we are not having not in between. That means it is already an affirmative sentence. For negative, we'll have to use either do or does. Now Uncle Marshall is singular. Then I, sorry, he, she, it and singular, what do we use with that? Does. Okay, so Uncle Marshall does not help the needy. Okay, next is my mother cooks delicious food. Now we'll have to convert interrogative and negative sentence, interrogative also and negative also. So for that we'll have to first of all think what kind of sentence it is. My mother cooks delicious food. Now it is verbs first form plus s or es used over here. It is verbs first form plus s or es. Then it is affirmative sentence. How we will make it? Does my mother is singular, so we'll be using does my mother cook delicious food? Last, sorry, it is negative also. Does my mother not, after the subject will be using not, does my mother not cook delicious food? And the end there will be a question mark. I hope the topic is clear to you. Even if you have any query, please do tell me. I'll be waiting for your queries. Now, thank you. Have a nice day. Enjoy reading. Bye bye. Take care.